Former U.S. Border Patrol Chief and retired acting ICE Director Ron Vitiello is here to react. Ron, Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming in today.
Merry Christmas, Griff. Great to be with you.
Listen, we've talked a lot about this, and here we see more migrants being dropped off at Vice President Harris's house back in September. We played that clip because that really is so telling of why they're coming. They're coming because this administration is sending the message, even though they say they're not, that the border is open. And with that gentleman from Venezuela, he has seen those that came before him successfully get through. So my question to you, as we look to the new year, is what is the administration doing to really try and enforce the border security, and where is Vice President Harris in all this? She's the border czar.
Yeah, what we're seeing in real time is their failure to do their job, right? DHS was created to protect us from threats, some of which come across our southwest border, our northern border, come into our ports of entry illegally. They've done absolutely nothing. Texas sending busloads to the Naval Observatory is an attempt for that governor, and other governors have done similar things to bring attention to this problem. You talked about the statement that DHS put out that was very hollow, in my opinion. It didn't say anything they haven't already said before. There are about 7 statements in the last 10 days on DHS's website. Not one that says we're going to enforce the border better. Not one that says we're going to give the Border Patrol agents in the front line at DHS the tools that they need, the tools that they know work to secure and solve the problem on our southwest border. And the vice president has been out of touch on this issue probably for most of her career, but was indicated by the president early on in this that she had a responsibility to help fix this problem. And I think it was described by the president as her fixing the root cause or working on the root cause. Where are the trips to the Northern Triangle? Where are the trips to Venezuela? We just did a deal. We gave Exxon a permit to explore inside of Venezuela. What did we get in return for that? They were sending thousands and thousands of people to our southwest border every single day. Did we get a repatriation agreement with them? Can we send Venezuelans back to Venezuela now?
Yeah, we completely didn't get repatriation, and they're not even considering, not to go too deep into this, into that safe third policy under the Trump administration, which said if you got from a country you're being persecuted in this case, Venezuela, and you came to a country where you were safe, but not yet to the U.S., you would stay there. It's unbelievable, I'll tell you. And it's Christmas, so I'm not going to be too hard on the administration. Let me get to another story, though. Our viewers may not have seen the New York Post putting this out there about this elite undercover unit of the Texas DPS disguising themselves as migrants to apprehend smugglers and drug traffickers, to really get right at it. In the New York Post saying we could not tell the difference between who were the migrants and who were the agents. It was only after they opened their coats that I saw their badges. None of them spoke, but yet here is Texas DPS, Governor Abbott, that stood up Operation Lone Star way back at the beginning of this crisis, started in 2021, and now he's trying to go after the root, the smugglers.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the state of Texas, Governor Abbott showing leadership on this. Just imagine, Griff, you've been down there a number of times. Just imagine if the Department of Public Safety wasn't helping the Border Patrol in these moments, with the National Guard, with building of barrier, with standing side by side with our agents. The border's a dangerous place, so I pray that they are safe in doing the jobs that they've been assigned to do and try to infiltrate these cartels and find out who the smugglers are. But I also pray that they're very successful to hold some of these cartels to account and to prosecute some of these smugglers who put people in danger, to save people who are being victimized by human traffickers. So we wish them success, and we hope they do it safely, especially during this time of the year.
Indeed, and we certainly appreciate and want to thank the men and women of the Border Patrol and Texas DPS working right now, this morning, today, away from their families, because somebody's got to try and do the job. Ron Vitiello, Merry Christmas. Thank you for getting up.
Merry Christmas, Griff. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.